What's going on, YouTube? This is your boy Quin, and today we got our hands on the best, yes, I'm saying the best, basketball sneaker of 2025, and that is the Ja 3 price of admission. Y'all seen it, man. Y'all seen it. Hopefully y'all like that on feet. And before y'all ask any questions and stuff, I'm not a performance sneaker reviewer. You're gonna have to go and check out J Jones, and you have to go and check out Wear Tester. But I'm not a performance reviewer. I really just kind of wanted to switch it up and just show y'all what they look like on feet when you actually on the court hooping, man. But we got the Ja 3 in hand, man, and I'm telling you, like, I'm super excited about this sneaker because before this sneaker came out, I was real heavy into like the KD6 silhouette. That was always my favorite like basketball sneaker. But over the course of time, I haven't really been getting into any more basketball sneakers or anything like that. But when Ja dropped this one, I was like, man, yeah, this the one, man. And he dropped some fire colorways too, man. But we finna go ahead and get right into it, starting with the box, man. Y'all see it. Ja, you did your thing with the box, man. Like, to kind of show off the electricity, that electric style, high flying, crazy action on the court and stuff. We got a crazy box with the lightning, blasting all over it and stuff. So that's a good touch. It stands out. And then you can see Ja 3 written across the top, kind of in like some graffiti type logo and stuff. Cause y'all like to label him as like, hood and all that stuff. So I like that he actually leaned into it, man, and kind of dispelled the naysayers and stuff. But we got Ja 3 right there across the top, and it is raised. I think that is embossed, if I'm not mistaken. But we have the Ja 3 embossed across the top, so that's a real cool touch on that. And then right here on the side, you can see his logo. And then playing off of that price of admission, you can see admit 1 right there. And then on the other side of the box, we have worldwide with the Nike check. And that's about it for the box. We're going to go ahead and get into all of the details and everything of the sneaker. The official name of the sneaker is the Ja 3. This particular colorway is the price of admission. And I think there was like 1 or 2 other names for it, but price of admission was like the name that, I guess like the dominant name for it. But the official colorway is hyper pink, mint foam, and black. And I did get these in a size 12. Typically, I go up a half size for my basketball sneakers so they could be a little more comfortable while I'm hooping on the court. But color code style number HF2793600. And they came in at a price point of $125, man. So you can't even beat that, man. But I do have both of the sneakers here. I do have them kind of bust down and stuff so that y'all can get a better view of them and stuff. And really, the first thing that I did want to kind of highlight, since y'all did see the on feet and stuff, I will say that this is a very comfortable sneaker. And like I said, I'm not a performance, reviewer, sneaker reviewer, nothing like that. I more so just like the kicks for how they look on the court. But of course, I do want them to be comfortable because I don't want to be uncomfortable when I'm on the basketball court hooping and stuff. But first time putting them on, they were a little on the tight side, but I kind of expect that, especially because it has like like the sock liner kind of attached to the sneaker. So typically those type of shoes are gonna be a little bit tighter. And then just the fact that it's a basketball sneaker, you want it a little more snug anyway when you're hooping and stuff. And it over the course of time, it does loosen up, break in really, really well. So after, because I think I may have done the on foot for about, I say 20-30 minutes or so, and by the time I got towards the end of it, it seemed like they had already broken in real good, and it was a great basketball sneaker after that, man. But I did want to, like I said, just talk about the bottom of the sneakers. As you can see, the detailing, Ja got a lot of detailing on these, but for this particular one, he got the number 1, and he has it written, a happy Ja is a scary Ja. and y'all can see that right there. And then on his other sneaker, he has the number 2, which, you know, that's his number 12. He got 1, 2 on each sneaker. But on this one, he says, I'm not even worried about proving them wrong. And you can see that on the bottom of the sneaker as well. And then another touch that I like that he done is he took his logo and he used that for the entire bottom of the sneaker for the traction and stuff. So that's pretty cool as well. And then a couple of other things that I did want to highlight that stood out, you know, kind of like when I first picked up the sneaker and looked at it, you can see right here on the back, in which he has that on the back of both of his sneakers, he has the number 12 written in. And then another touch that I did like was how he used his same logo for, like, I guess like the claws, or like the whatever it's supposed to be, like whatever design this is on the side. But he used his logo for that all over the sneaker as well. And then for this particular sneaker, you can't really tell too much, but I know he has other colorways that it stands out a lot more. But he used the Nike swoosh as a J for his first initial, and then, like, you know, right, oh, I'm going backwards, but right in this area you can see the A. But like I said, if you look at it on other sneakers, he actually has the A colored in, so it stands out a lot more, but it's just kind of hard to see on this particular sneaker. But I did like the detail that he gave us on that, using the Nike swoosh as the J and then having A for Ja, his nickname. But that was pretty cool. And y'all can see that the sneakers do have the Zoom X technology, and like I said, I couldn't tell you exactly what the Zoom X technology is, but all I know, it felt comfortable to me when I was hooping in it. So that's pretty cool. And one thing to note is that I did notice, like I said, when I first put the sneaker on, I am a little bit more, more so on the flat-footed side, and I kind of have a little bit of a wider foot than the average person. So y'all gonna want to keep that in mind too when you're hooping in it, cause the one thing that I thought would give me trouble is just the way that they have the sneaker design, like right here. I thought, like, when I was playing in it, I thought, like, the way that it was designed, I felt like my foot was gonna roll over, and like maybe lead to some type of injury or something. But the more that I played in it, I didn't really, like I said, before I put them on, I thought that would be an issue. But when I actually put them on and played in them, that's why I was saying, like, I didn't have that issue. But I'm not saying that the next person won't have that issue, but that is something to kind of be mindful of. Just the way that they have it designed right here, it seemed like your foot could kind of roll over on the outside of it pretty good, just depending on what type of player you are too. So just keep that in mind. But like I said, man, definitely a great sneaker overall, and I do love this particular colorway, because when it comes to me and my basketball sneakers, I like to be real loud, just stand out on the court and stuff. So that was another reason why I went with this particular colorway, because it stood out so much. Because I think his first colorway was an all over gray, or like a light, hunter. Well, not, I don't think it was a hunter. What was that color? I can't remember the exact name of it, but it was like a light gray color. And that one was cool and stuff. But when I seen these, I wanted to wait to be able to get these in hand. But here's another detail right here on the, like, towards the bottom of the sneaker. You can see he has his initials there as well. And then right here on the inside of the sneaker, just got a regular all white Nike swoosh right there. And like we did say earlier, we have the 12 right here on the back of the sneaker. And I did see, like, he had like a particular stitching right here on the back of the sneaker. I don't know if they just like stitched it like that, or I don't know if it's a like a particular meaning behind it. But to me, like, when I'm first looking at it, it kind of looks like the stitching on a basketball. Like if you hold both of them together and you hold them up like that, it to me, it kind of looks like the stitching of a basketball. But like I said, he could have just done it like that, because that's how it needed to be stitched. So I don't want to be reaching too much on that. But you do see the all over pink laces, and then right here towards the top of the tongue, he do have his Ja logo right there at the top as well. And one thing that I would have preferred was if he would have gave us a mesh tongue. But overall, with it having the mesh, kind of like a mesh covering, it is a real lightweight sneaker. But that was kind of like one of my only gripes, so to speak. I wish we would have had a mesh tongue instead of like a, I don't know if it's like a soft leather or something like that. And it's not uncomfortable or anything, but that's another thing to kind of keep in mind, like, for people that want their sneaker as light as possible for the extra speed on the court and stuff. This isn't a mesh tongue, so that could be an issue for some people. But we do have an all pink insole, all pink sock liner, and then we have the black jaw logo on the inside as well. But that's really it for the sneaker, man. I hope that y'all enjoyed. Like I said, the jaw, I think this particular colorway, it might be sold out by now. And you could find a couple of sizes here and there, but I know on the initial release date when I got it, it was I had to wait about an hour before I could even get through the checkout. And I thought that was surprising, because typically basketball, aside from Jordans, but like when another player drops a basketball sneaker, they don't typically sell out like instantly, so to speak. But for this particular one, I did have to wait a good while. I think it was on Foot Locker. I was trying between Foot Locker and Champs, and it took me about an hour before I could get through, but the site kept crashing, so I ended up going over to Nike, and I was able to check out pretty quick on that. But y'all just kind of keep that in mind. And I think he has, at the time of me recording this, I think the Chanel 12s, the Jaw 3 Chanel 12, I think those either released already or they getting ready to release. Those are the ones it's a two-tone like orange and black sneaker, or like orange and gray sneaker. But those are pretty cool as well, and I might end up grabbing those to have in the collection as well. And if y'all do want a review on those, y'all definitely let me know down below in the comment section. But that's gonna do it for the video. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. If y'all did get a chance to get the Jaw 3s, y'all let me know how y'all feel about just the overall comfort, support, even just the overall look of the sneaker and stuff. And I mean, I feel like for 125, you can't really go wrong, man, honestly, man. But that's gonna do it. Like, comment, subscribe, stay positive and stay smiling. And without further ado, this is your boy Retro Quin. I'm out.